Hey, what's up? Welcome to a new reading vlog. I've been attempting to start this vlog for the entire week. It's Saturday. It is Saturday, April 19th. It's 12:47 p.m. And okay, I'll catch you guys up. When did I start this? So I've been reading this week has been Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. I haven't gotten that far. Page 54, chapter 6. And I found a really good way to annotate on the go. So basically what I've been doing, first off, I'm just, because I have been, since it's like a pretty small book, I've been taking this book with me to work so I could read on the train on my commute. So first off, I've been using a magnetic bookmark instead of a traditional bookmark. So basically now I just have a pencil that I take with me, and I just like, if it's like a small part of a sentence, I underline with the pencil. If it's like a little like section that I want to annotate, I just do a little bracket, and then that's pretty much it. And then when I get home, or like the next day or whenever I get a chance, then I go through all those pencil annotations and actually like highlight, underline, put page flags, and that way I can still like annotate my book but not have to have like this like on the train with me, and I can read outside on the go. So that's been working out pretty well this week, so I'm glad that I decided to do that. What this is about, so basically this book, this is a pretty, I don't want to say old book, but it's not new. Okay, I think this book came out in 2005. When did Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder come out?
From Wikipedia.org. Her first novel, Poison Study, was published in October 2005, won the 2006 County Book Award, and earned a star review from Publishers Weekly. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. Okay, yeah. So you heard, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But Alexa, yes, confirmed 2005. So basically we're following our main character, Yelena. She has been imprisoned for murdering, she was like in an orphanage and she murdered the person who runs the orphanage, his son. So she has been imprisoned, and it just turns out that when we started the book, it is her turn to be executed, but they also need a new poison taster, and because she was the next up to be executed, they tell her, you can either be executed or you could take this job to be the commander's poison tester. And she takes them up on the offer. And yeah, I read this back and think in like 2016 for the first time, but I never continued with the series, so that's why I'm rereading this first book so I could finish the series. So I do know that there's magic involved in this, and yeah, there's a bit of a little bit of a romance, and from what I'm remembering, and I did really enjoy this the first time I read it, hence why I'm rereading it so I can continue on the series. But yeah, that's what I'm reading. Like I said, I'm on page 54. I'm gonna do some more reading now. I'm gonna try and find some like reading sprints or something, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah, so once I've done some more reading, I'll let you guys know. Hey, what's up? It's been a while. I don't remember the last time I updated this vlog. It's Saturday, May 3rd. It's 8:41 p.m. And okay, so when it comes to poison study, the thing is, I'm liking the book, but for some reason, like I've been reading this for almost 3 weeks now. I don't know if I'm just like not like in a good mood, for reading, or if it's just that my attention span hasn't been good. So what I did today was I asked my friend if she wanted to do reading sprints today, and she was like, yeah. So I don't remember what time we started, but I put a picker wheel. I used the picker wheel website, and I put starting from 15 minutes all the way to 60 minutes. So then I'll spin the wheel, and then that's how long I'll read for. And I finally have gotten a little bit of reading done. So the first spin we got an hour, second spin we got 15 minutes, third spin was 50 minutes, and I just spun again, and that was 30 minutes. And I think this is gonna be the last sprint. So yeah, so right now, so when I started, because I haven't moved the bookmark, I've just been using like my pencil to keep track of where I am currently, but where I started at was on page 189, and now I'm on page 230. So whatever math that is, so that's 41 pages that I've read today. So that's better than what I have been doing recently. But yeah, I'm so like enjoying the book. I'm kind of excited to like finish it, so I think I said this already in this vlog, but I'm excited to finish it just because this is a reread, to finish it so I could continue on with the series. But yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot about this book that I don't remember, or don't remember. So yeah, so I definitely needed to do the reread to refresh my memory, because pretty sure I've said that the first time I read this was like in 2016. So no recollection up here of what happened. But yeah, I'm annotating it and having a good time reading this. And I really don't know what direction it's going in. I just remember a little bit of what the ending is. Kind of, sort of, a little bit, but not really. So it's gonna be a surprise to me of how this first book wraps up. Yep, that's my update for now, and I'll probably will talk to you guys again tomorrow, because I think I'm gonna do this method again tomorrow and just like spin the wheel and let it decide how long I read for, because I needed like some sort of like, not an I can't say that word, this word, not that, but I needed, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I needed this. I think it's not even that late. It's 8:45. Why is my brain not working? Anyways, that's the update for right now, and I'll see you tomorrow, Sunday. Don't mind the mirror in the back. Please explain to me why I've been reading this for over a month. Okay, so I'm on page 311, and I'm liking this so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to see how this wraps up, so I said this before, so I can read the next book and continue on the series freaking finally. Don't know why it's taking me over a month to read. Can't explain it. But what's happening right now is Gavin here. Oh, also, what day is it? It's Friday 16th. Friday, May 16th. It's 10:41 a.m. So yeah, Gavin is doing reading sprints, and it's called These Reading Sprints Will End When I Feel Like It, TBH. So I'm not gonna be reading right now at this very moment. What I'm gonna be doing first is going to Barnes & Noble and spending money I shouldn't be spending. That's what we're gonna do first. So hopefully, I think, when did this start? This just started 41 minutes ago, so I think by the time I get back from Barnes & Noble, he'll still be sprinting. So I'm gonna continue reading this book while he's sprinting. And I'm obviously gonna read on the train ride over there and on my train ride back home. So there's gonna be some reading done, and hopefully I could finish this today. Fingers crossed. Also have to do laundry today because I work this weekend. That's also a reason, a possibility of why I haven't been reading much, is because I got more hours at work, so I'm working more, so I'm too tired to read. And most of my shifts are closing shifts, so, and I know what you're thinking, like, you could just read in the morning. For the most part, I'm not a read in the morning kind of person, so I don't want like wake up and like be like, oh, let's read. I can't. I'm more of a nighttime reader, so being that I'm working the night, ow, I just hit my face with a book. Anyways, being that I'm working at night, working like usually is like 3 to 9, and then when I get home I just like eat and then go to bed, pretty much. I don't have much time to read besides on my commute. So slow progress, but progress is being made, and hopefully I finish it today. Anyways, let's stop the yapping and let's get to the Barnes & Noble. Let's do it. Hey, so we're back. If you hear the AC, it's because it's freaking humid outside and I'm hot and I need to cool down. Okay, anyways, it's 12:43 p.m. now, and we're back. Got my little book haul here. First off, in Poison Study, I got to I'm on page 323. I'm on chapter 27. Still enjoying it, obviously. I don't know if that's obvious, but whatever. Okay, so the books that I got. Let's start off. Got The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. So this is like the second book in the long game companion novel type of thing. So this follows Josie and Matthew. So Matthew is BFFs with the female main character in the long game, and Josie is, I believe she's the mayor. Remembering correctly, I think she's the mayor of like this small town, and she's been engaged I think like 4 times. Hence the fiancé dilemma. so yeah, she's the mayor. I'm pretty sure she's the mayor of this small town, and it's like the small town that I forgot the main character's name in the long game, but where she ended up in that book. So yeah, I'm excited to read this and see Josie's story, Josie and Matthew, because I did like both of them in the long game, like the little bit that we got from them. So the Fiancé Dilemma. Then I also got Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This is the 3rd book in the companion series for Part of Your World. In this one we follow Emma and Justin. Basically they're both cursed, and basically once a relationship that they're in ends, that person that they were in a relationship with ends up meeting like the love of their life and live happily ever after. So they decide that, oh, maybe if we kind of like, I guess, like fake date for like the summer, and then we break up. Once we break up, maybe they'll break the curse and we'll each find like the love of our lives. But obviously this is a romance, so obviously it's gonna be each other. I'm excited to read this. I've enjoyed Part of Your World and Yours Truly, but I always have a situation where I'm like really in, like for both books I really enjoyed it in the beginning, and then something happens towards the end and I'm like, and then it like turns me off a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this book. So yes, just for the summer. Oh, I also was thinking about like reading this the first weekend of summer and like doing a video for that. So like reading just for the summer on the first weekend of summer, possibly. But there might be another option, and I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, the next book that I got, Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have not read any Emily Henry books, so this will be my first. And the reason why I decided to pick this up is just because I kept, in like one day I was watching a few different like booktube videos, and I think like 3 mentioned this book and like they loved it. So I was like, maybe this is where I should start with Emily Henry and pick this up. The premise sounds good. Basically, Daphne's engaged to someone, and then I don't know the guy's name. The guy is engaged to somebody else, and basically they both get dumped, and the people that they were in a relationship with, they get together. So then they end up in a situation where they both need a place to live, so they end up living together. And I think it's a fake relationship, don't know, but the premise sounds interesting, so I'm excited to get to this some point this summer. So that's that. And then the last book that I got is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. This will be my first Alex Astor book, as well as my first billionaire romance book, so should be interesting. The main reason why I wanted to get this when I first heard about it is because it's set in New York City and I live in New York City, so I thought it'll be fun to read. Also, I had, okay, so this is what it looks like without the dust jacket. Plain in the back, and then we have the sprayed edges with the yellow cabs, which I don't think exists anymore. Do they exist? I feel like I haven't seen an actual yellow cab in a really long time. So either they don't exist anymore or they're like very far and few between. But again, I don't hang out in Manhattan that often because I'm a homebody and I don't live in Manhattan, so, and I don't work in Manhattan anymore, so there's that. So yeah, this is the end papers. I was kind of thinking of like going to a few like the different places there are on this like New York City map and taking pictures of the book in those places, so I might do that. Don't know yet, because there's a few that I'm like I could very easily do. Some examples on here, like the major ones like Yankee Stadium, Botanical Garden, the Cloisters, obviously Central Park, and then there's also the Barnes & Noble in Union Square. If I'm pointing in the right, here you go. I don't know what this carousel is. I'm intrigued. So it looks like that's in Queens. I don't know if there was a carousel in Queens. The only carousel I know is in Central Park, so interesting. But yeah, I've heard like good things about it, but I heard a few bad things about it, so I'm excited to get to this and see what I think. And also this might be, I don't know yet, this might be the book that I read for it might be reading Summer in the City in the first weekend of summer. I'm debating between these two which one I want to do for that video, so you'll find out once that happens. But yep, that's my little book haul. Gavin is still doing reading sprints. It's about to end. I put in a load of laundry. I always have to do that because I won't have time to do it any other day because I'm working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So how do I do that? Yep, so in a little bit I'm going to, because they'll have a few pages of annotations to do, so I'm gonna do that and watch Gavin sprints, and then once I finish doing that, like read through my annotations, then I'll actually get back into reading. So that's the update for now, and hopefully I do actually finish this today. I have to finish it today. So after the last clip, I had to do one more spin to figure out how long I should read for. And it was, what was it, 45? It was 45 minutes. And then I finished it before the timer went off. So Poison Study, my review Snyder. I'm so glad I reread this because literally I don't remember most of this book. Like I said, I think I read this back in 2016 for the first time. So yeah, didn't remember much, especially the ending. Do you remember? I don't remember any of that. So a lot of it was like reading this for the first time. So rating wise, 3.5. 3.5. I think I gave it 4 stars the first time. But I think it's 3.5. I think it's a really good start for a series. I'm very intrigued to find out what happens next in this series. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. When we're gonna pick up the next book, I'm not sure. Sometime this summer. Definitely this summer. It's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, it's a very good start to a series. And I love Yelena, love Alec, love Janko, and love Ari. Like the way that Janko and Ari like have like this brotherly bond with Yelena and protect her. I love that. And of course, like the little bit of romance, the tiny bit of romance that we got between Yelena and Valak was everything. There's a lot of like growth that Yelena has to do after finding out certain things. So I'm excited to see like how her character progresses throughout the series, and also how, if even there is, if the relationship between Yelena and Valak grows. Because at this point, at the end of this book, anything can happen. So yeah, if I can finally finish this. I started this book April 13th. It's May 16th. It took me a little over a month. So glad to be done with it. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you guys have read this book, if you've read the series, what you thought about it, without spoiling anything, of course. Does the series get better? I've heard that it does. So, like I keep saying, I'm excited to continue on with the series. But yeah, I think this is the only book I read in this vlog, which makes sense. It took me over a month. Like, it is what it is. Anyways, yes, that is the end of the vlog. I don't know if I said that it's 9:44 p.m. So I need to start getting ready for bed because I work this weekend. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys for next time on Yari Hearts Books. Bye.